Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for those who sent the warm regards for me to get better, thank you very much. I much appreciate it. As you can see, this is one of the trades we took last week. We're having a new recap, sorry, a new analysis for the week. Today is the 3rd of November. It's a Sunday. It's 2 p.m. As you can see, 10 minutes past 2. So we get into this. Yeah. Um, as usual, my we must though understand that last week had a lot of volume, mostly in the class because of I believe NFP. So will our watch list be as strong as last week? Last week we had about 11 pairs. Yeah, it was crazy. 11 pairs, and I tell you, it was a lot to look at, but I mean, I learned. Sorry about that. I'm going back. It was a lot to look at, but it was interesting, and it gave us setups. So we want to see how this week will look like. Must excuse me, I'm getting better though. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Later I'll have to collect some of this watch list because of the correlating pairs, but also some of the exotics, man. Some of the exotics. Last week we had 11 pairs. We want to see how many we have this week. Yeah. I reckon we're gonna have less. Again, if for those that keep wondering how I pick up my sorry, I think I'm having a glitch with my internet. Those that keep wondering how I pick up my pairs, I have a template I follow. So it's not just as basic as you see here. I have something I follow, and if they align together with my fundamentals, then they keep themselves on the list. It saves me a lot of time, and it has earned me money, profit. So I have no reason to change it. Yes, this week's pairs as well are many, but not as many as last week, I believe. And I feel like they're still gonna drop off a little more. We shall look into them again on Monday, see what we're dropping, see what we're keeping. Yeah, but for now, this is what we're looking at. Okay, that's a lot though. Sheesh. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh no. Yeah. It's I know a person may be surprised as to why I'm like, oh no, like yes, more opportunities, but to me it's more time spent, and time is of value. You can see the reaction of NFP with some of these pairs. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But we're coming back to looking and analyzing. So we start on our analysis. And the interesting thing is some of these pairs are pairs I've not looked at in a while. So we're going to have to like do the whole chart markup again. That's a benefit for people who are new on the channel. It's a plus for you. To me, it's more time because we're doing this and restricting how much you do with time, with our time again. So I'm just looking at how many pairs we need to start to work on. Okay, going to be interesting. For some of these, I'm not going to really mess around with the analysis. Maybe I'll just add on a few. I think we had this last week. Yeah. This is a trade we're actually still in, so that's interesting as well. That's beautiful now. That break. If this had come in my template last time, this would have been a beautiful trade. No lie. And there's still, I think, room. Shall see. This is the trade I'm in, so I like the fact that they're really maintaining. Just like I kept the trade in, it's really answering to the template you get. Okay, so let's start. For those in, I hope you enjoy the music as we start on the analysis. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just hide that away. I sometimes use my stylus, but for the sake of y'all seeing what I'm doing, I'll use the mouse. Yeah, I'm working on my PC, so it makes this easier for you guys to like see some of the things I'm doing. Yeah, may not need to mark out everything, especially here now that we're on weekly zones. Yeah. So last week the conversation was about spirituality and how it affects the markets. But what if I mentioned that there is actually a spiritual man, call him a man of God, yeah, who everything he mentions comes to pass. Everything he has mentioned about the US elections, like since 2016, who is coming on, even when it's against the odds, comes to pass. He has mentioned presidents for Kenya, Congo, Tanzania, Rwanda, Zimbabwe. Like, yo, it's crazy. So we are waiting to see what comes for Tuesday because apparently he mentioned. And this guy, like, you can use this first of all to work yourself out on the poly markets and on Kalshi, but also how it affects the news. And for a swing trader, it's really like beautiful. Because then if he mentions it ahead of time, you just stay in your position. What do you think? What do you guys think? Yeah. What do you think? This. Alright. So I'm going to try to speed up. I don't want the video so long like last time, yeah. Because I know it also gets a bit boring for a person to follow, yeah. But okay, now I have to change this. Oh yeah, what I was looking for is up there. Okay, that's it, yeah. Again, for those who are new, I'll explain why I mark up. These are zones, weekly zones, daily zones as well. And where I use the lines is to understand where the markets will play around as they move to my zones. That's all I use. Yeah, of course, with more understanding and fundamentals with that my template. If you need that, kindly reach out. But yeah, so what do I perceive of this? The fact that we are on the lows and we had this pullback. My anticipation is we are having a reversal. There may be a chance for it to come back, retest, and then continue. But if not, then I'd love to see an engulfing candlestick here. And I kid you not, I believe I will take this trade. I know it will dance around here, then continue. So that's what I'm anticipating for now. For this, that's really it. To the next trade. No wasting time. no wasting time. So same thing, we're marking out important levels. Just put it. Oh Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna delete it because it's giving me a time. Right. So I don't know if any of you traded NFP. Do we have scalpers in here? How did it go? Let me know in the comment section. How did it go? Why do you scalp, or why do you trade fundamentals? Is it for fun? You love the thrill? Yeah, let me know. And what pairs you traded? Gold, Euro USD? Was it Forex pairs? Was it indices? Commodities, futures? How did it turn out? How much did you make? How much did you lose? Yeah. So I was talking about this man of God. His name is Prophet Elvis Mbonye. Yeah. You guys can like just dig him out. He has a YouTube channel and it's really interesting. And I'm starting to add his what he says, not even being in a religious factor, but what he says, because for a person that has a proven record, it's why first of all we even use candlesticks. Like guys in the beginning were using what, bamboo. If you know like the story of of candlesticks and how they came, they're using bamboo until a Chinese trader introduced the candlesticks. So at the end of the day, it's because it has proven that it gave him money, a lot of money. I think he made like 100 million yuan. So again, this man of God has a proven record that has shown he knows what's going to happen for the future. Then why not look into it? Why not look into it? Why not look into it? Okay. So for this market, I feel like there's this possibility, if it came and tested this and gave us an engulfing, I'd take it. But other chance of, if it broke out and came, I'd also take that. Yeah. Next. Again, I mentioned we're not wasting time. Yeah. Okay. For this, I have to really look into it because it didn't follow the analysis at all of what we draw out. So we go back to the drawing board. Okay, that's already there. So okay. See, when you don't mark out certain places and it's dancing around there, it's dingling, dingling. Ooh. So I urge everyone watching this, just go and check him out, Prophet Elvis Mbonye. Prophet Elvis Mbonye. Let me know what you think of him, and let me know what you think of prophets as well. What do you think about them? Yeah. What do you think about them? In the sense of spirituality, we're not talking about religion here. Let's not be hateful to anyone's religion here right now, but spirituality, yeah. Do you meditate? Yeah. Do you manifest? What steps do you take for your manifestations? Sorry, I just want to go back and see because there's too much lines here. There's too much lines. It's too much of doing a lot here. Okay, so we understand now why there's too much play there. Most likely than not, because I'm not seeing any reversal pattern here, and I feel like we have pushed way too far for us to come back and test this zone, but I feel like there's a lot of liquidity happening here, like that is being collected and it has been collected by this. So my anticipation is if there is a push, I'd be willing to take this trade, but then let me just do this for a second, yeah. Um, My issue with this is how wide my stops would be. But then if it's giving me a chance to actually reach this zone, then I'm waiting to see what kind of candlestick. If it gives me my entry signal, then I'd be willing to take it and to ride it in between this to this path, yeah. Then meaning my stop losses would be like down here, because I'm giving myself a wide gap, and my 1-to-1, my risk to reward would still be fair. It only means that again it would need me more days for my whole trade to play out to the best risk to reward ratio. Yet you're trying to get the best of everything, even being a swing trader. Yeah. Whoa. Video is long, yeah. Right now we're at 15 minutes. I don't know. I do not like to make them so long. Also because you're sitting for this long. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, I believe in Jesus Christ, for those wondering. My personal Lord and Savior. He's done good things for me. Okay, yeah. So, coming back to, yeah. I think this is okay for now. Yep, this is going to be a very, very, very beautiful setup. So this is my anticipation. A pull back to here, engulfing down. Sorry, I'd take it, and then but most especially I'd want it like this. That's more beautiful, because I'd rather leave this. Why? Because it would look like a range. Here it's giving me a trend. That it would be a range, more of a range. So yes, I'm loving it, and this is my most likely setup that I'm seeing. I would take more. Why? We are avoiding any wrong setups and better quality setups, better advantage. Yeah? Okay, next. Just to look into this trade and why it hasn't played out. Okay, as you can see, yeah, there's too much happening. Oh God, too much. Father. Yeah, no, I want to sing, but I remembered. Copyright. Oh, Jesus Christ. So I'm just going to remove all of this. Yes, we did analysis, but it just looks too ugly. First of all, as you can see, it has reached a beautiful zone, and I feel like it's first going to come back and pick out any liquidity. Question is, we want to see how it's coming back and how far it's coming back to, because then you can capitalize on its return to these levels before it continues. Yeah. So my anticipation is, if it did that, I'm taking the trade to this. So from this to that, sort of a wide stop loss gives me a 1-to-1. That's good. If I can hold it to the below, yeah, the better. If it broke, I don't know. Broke, tested, that's it. Next. No wasting time. Yeah, this is a ranging trade. I don't like the look of it. And next week being election week, hey, it's going to be crazy. Ooh. It's going to be crazy. Ooh. Hey, Meanwhile, we're in a new month. Last month we took no loss, so prayers, prayers. But you can see there's been a lot of ranging, and these are important. They are all affected even by the US election. So the pound, the Canadian dollar, Canada is next to the US. What new laws would be governed by it? You get? I don't know if you get. Okay, excuse me. Yeah. So for people trading next week, I'd recommend reducing your risk. Like the volatility that's going to be there, if you're not used to it, can end up messing up, prevents trading and all that. But this is the beauty of swinging. Yeah. Okay. I feel like with this, I'd really rather a breakout. Yeah. And not trade the range. I don't want to trade this range. So again, same breakout. I wouldn't even want to try to anticipate that if it comes back here and then gives me my entry signal, then I take it to the upside or something entry signal to the downside. It's not so kind. It's not so kind. It's not so kind. I would look into something like this for now if it came and drew back and continued, but it's in a range. Why I would take it is because of the risk to reward ratio. You see where I'd place my stops, but it's in a range again. You get, because then I would start to anticipate, okay, here or above this zone, and then it messes up the risk to reward ratio. You get, it gives me no more reason to hold further, or I don't know how I can explain it better for you, but yeah. This is a trade I'm in, so still I don't know if I can look into it to see for an addition of positions, but yeah, no, every reason to continue holding. Oof. It reached a major resistance level and could reverse, but we are looking at the overall picture. You get, overall picture is beautiful. Yeah, no. Next trade. This is an as anticipated. I mentioned if it was in my template for last week, would have taken it. No lie, no lie. And you can see the chart is marked out pretty well. Jesus, you're beautiful. Okay, copyright. Copyright. Oh God. Gosh. See that was beautiful. This trade would have been really beautiful, but we don't cry over spoiled milk. Especially the fact that we got bread last week. So what are we whining about? There's always opportunities in the market. Always. Just choose the market you want to do. You want to play around on. So okay. Sorry. Yeah. going back to higher. That's the overall picture. There's still room for a drop, but this week is interesting. This week is interesting. Okay, I'd mention this, and I'm going to mention this. If a market's opened, yeah, I'd be willing to take this. It has already really taken that, so take it there, continue, take it there. But having caution of what's happening next week. Elections. This is GBP USD. Next. If it did a reversal, I wouldn't. Let me see. Okay. I just want to tell you what I would do if like a reversal started to pop out. It has to really like first come into my zone, break all those zones, come for a retest, then you can look into that trade. Yeah. Sorry. This is the trade I'm in. Want to see how it is behaving at all-time highs, all-time highs, all-time highs. Should just mark out these. Mark out these. Not all-time highs, but for the last few months, we hadn't broken those levels. Yeah. So we are, and we are hoping it's not a week out, just for it to drop back. If it does, more opportunities. We don't complain, we execute. So more opportunities. And that's why we actually took the trade with caution. If you remember the analysis and what we mentioned, it was taking it with caution. Its only issue is that it moves so slowly. But the fact that this week is different here, but you see how long it really takes. Like, I don't know if I can. Where's the ruler? Where's the ruler? Mm. See like how long it takes, 56 bars, 13 days. Yo, that's too much. Okay, this video is already too long, too long. Okay, let's continue. I'm holding that for now, seeing how it reacts with, what's next. My internet is glitching. That's not in the plan. By the way, for people that scalp, and you're in places with bad internet, I don't know what you do. Yes, my internet is glitching. Oh my god. My service provider. This does not happen. But this is the beauty again of swing trading, yeah. Okay. It's the beauty of swing trading. Unless you tell me your internet would glitch for a whole hour, man. This doesn't happen. But those are things that would like affect me when I would scalp and do all that. You get frustrated, you get worried, you have big positions on. It starts to feel like you're gambling. You start to like question everything. Why am I doing it? You get. But here, you wait. The trade is not going to run away, and I mean, unless like it's really huge impact news that's going to be like a flash crash. But like you wait. Yeah, it's almost half an hour of analysis, all for you and to follow in through. Okay, so just there isn't much here to swift about. Again, same thing as well. When you go back to these, I wouldn't want to like just mark them out again, but requeremos. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for now. The fact that there is interesting zones and the overall structure is bullish, yeah. That's what I'm looking at for now. I don't see it. I see it already breaking because it broke through. So that's what I'm looking at for now. Yeah. Breaks through, we take that trade. Okay. One more. hmm This, I'm concerned by those flash splashes. Like, what are those, man? What are those? Ish, man. Now that you see, like, if this can happen in a normal week, then what's going to happen in a no? I don't feel like even analyzing this pair because yes, if it gave me an entry, if it gave me an entry, then is it going to do these bad manners? So I'm just going to remove some of this to confuse people. Excuse me. Leave that there. Okay, not really. It's the fact that they all drop and like test that. I don't know if your brokers indicate that though. I have a feeling some of these things happen in the midnight, man. Take you out while you're holding your position. Come for your stop loss. Lol. But yeah, look at that. That's a mess, man. First of all, I have to look at it from the weekly because it's just so weird, man. Okay. For those that know me, you know I love a raw video at once. I have someone on my gate, on my door, but I want to finish this at once. So let's just do this and then. Oh my goodness, he's really knocking so hard. We're about to finish on the last pair, man. I value people's time, but yo, this is important to me. Okay, if you go like knocks one more time. Okay. Yeah, and I'm trying to rush to go and attend to the person on the door. Yeah. Okay, no. I'll just text them. Yeah, it's okay. Again, like I mentioned, I don't think I want to look at this pair, man. Like, look at that. Look at that. I want to look at it from lower. What is that? Yo. USDJPY. What is that? The crazy thing, it doesn't reflect in the daily and the whatnot. So anyway, for interested parties, this is how I'd approach it. Same thing as always. But I'd love consistency. This is what has given me like, okay, this pair is not consistent. Like, why are you falling like a synthetic indices? But the fact that you're looking for the upward, I don't want to even consider this for now. We are not on any zone, eh? So yeah, but it's spiking like those derivative indices. Alright, I think this is the analysis for the week. Just to count again how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. 11 of which two of them are really, they are in our, the trades you're already taking. So, right. Again, just to look at what you're having for the week, this is it. Remember, two of these pairs we're already in trades. So for those that correlate or have a lot of resemblance, you know what I do. It's in the template. Okay, thank you for tuning in. See you during midweek, maybe a mid recap or end of the week. All right, the rest interact.